And that's what I'd like to talk about this month, is who you are, how you can find out who you are by the pictures of the heavens. This is an opportune time this month, I believe, to speak about it because the sun is what represents Leo, sun. And biblically, in Genesis 1, God created the sun and the moon, the sun to rule by day, the moon to rule by night. In mystical ways, the sun represents our conscious, our awareness, who we are, and the moon represents our feelings, our emotions, the subconscious, the inner part of who we are. Each one of the things in our in our solar system, I mean, why are the planets there? Why are they there? They're there for God to talk to his people, to give symbolism and meaning to our lives. And the information about ourselves as people is in that sun and the moon and the planets for us to read. Now, these things can get out of hand, get taken advantage of. Charlatans, people trying to make money off of it, have led it astray. Well, the time is coming now that we need to get back on track. We need to get back on track to find out who we are and use the tools that God has given us. The planets, the stars, sun and moon in particular, our luminaries, are God's gift to us, God's instrument. He is the one behind it. He is behind the symbolism. He is the one to be worshiped. There's nothing anything can do without God. So we've got to remember that. And we've got to put it back into its rightful place now. People are searching. People need to know who they are. And this month of Leo, it's our identity. Who are we? So we're going to take a look at the different signs, the sun signs, because most people know their sun sign from the zodiac, and they've had little quick write-ups in the paper, and today you're going to meet a lady with the, red hair and a hat. I mean, those, it's just so basic, and it just puts it to shame, really. Astrology is so complex that you could take your whole lifetime and not know it, like the Bible. I mean, it goes on and on and on. So we're going to learn about the sun today. And just another thing to think about, you think about the satellites in the heavens. I mean, there are so many, you'd be amazed they're not crashing into one another. There are so many satellites. And look at if you've got a cell phone. I mean, the cell phone knows if you were just at McDonald's or at, any kind of store, and it says, how did you like your visit there? What? How do you know I was there? I mean, satellites are tracking us all the time, sending us information. We're sending information. Now, you tell me that the God who created the solar system cannot send down information on his satellites, the sun, the moon, and all the planets. And the wonderful thing is, by knowing the sun and the moon and your rising sign, the sun rises in the east, goes to the west. If you know those three things, you can know so much about your life and your life purpose. And this is what the Lord is getting ready for me to share with you, because we can find out. It is there. Godly information is there for you and me to know our purpose. So today we're going to learn about sun signs. Now, in the Hebrew calendar, we follow the months, but Hebrew also uses the sun and the moon. They're both our luminaries. And the Arabs, for example, only use the moon. Western civilization, we only use the sun here in the United States and Western civilizations. But Jewish uses both the sun and the moon. They are our luminaries, the sun and the moon, to rule by day, rule by night, to rule your conscious, to rule your subconscious. Now, it's not like, we have no control. This is all ruling us. But you know what? Even if you don't know what you're doing, there's a plan for your life that is happening right now. And it's based on this map, the map of the heavens. The moment you're born, there's a map. What do the heavens look like? This is a map of the heavens of the new moon. If you were born on this day, this is what your map of the heavens would look like. I mean, there's more things that would go into this, but these have all the fundamentals. You got the sun, the moon, the Mercury, all of them are positioned in a way that speak to who you are, what your life's purpose is. But a big thing is the sun. And now this, we're going to, you need a computerized thing to figure this out. And I will be happy to work with you to figure out your destiny from your star map, from your Mazel. But in general terms, just so that you start getting an idea, we're going to talk about the sun. So as we start out, I have all my little drawings here for you all. But we're going to go around this area, and you know the little glyphs here. So Aries. Aries is the first month of the Hebrew biblical calendar, and it starts with spring too. So I'm going to just say a few characteristics of this month. And if you were born in Aries, which is March 22nd through April 20th, now if you're born like March 21st or April 20th, you do need to check and see exactly, because you're either Aries or, the sign or before or after. There's an exact sun sign that you are in. Depends on every year, but generally between March and April, mid-March, mid-April is Aries. Now Aries, their big purpose is they're the pioneers. The pioneers. They are an action-oriented sign, and their need is to be independent and develop self-awareness. They're the pioneers, the go-getters of the zodiac. So that is one sign. My need is to be independent and develop self-awareness. All right. So next we would have Taurus. If you're born April 21st through May 21st, we have Taurus. Taurus, the bull. Taurus are stubborn types of people. They're fixed signs. Their keywords are I have. Aries is I am. I am. Taurus is I have. And they are interested in resourcefulness and their values. They're the builders, the substance, earth sign. That's another thing I'll say. Aries. Aries is fire, cardinal, which means it's action, and its thing is I am. Taurus, the bull, is an earth sign, which means it's more practical and stable. It's a fixed sign, which means it's kind of stubborn, and their need is to be resourceful and productive and stable. Okay, so next we go on to Gemini. Gemini are the communicators. That's from May 22nd through June 21st. Gemini is a communicator. Gemini is a mutable sign, meaning it's changeable. It can go, one way or the other. And their phrase is I think. Their need is to communicate with and learn from others. Communication. Then we have Leo. Leo is this month of Av. Oh, no, excuse me, Cancer. Cancer comes next. That's Tammuz. This is the sun sign we're talking about, not the moon sign. Now, the moon sign could fall in one of these things too, and that's in your chart. But we're talking about sun sign, just so you could start getting to know some of who you are. Cancer, the crab. Cancer is a nurturer. Cancer is another cardinal, initiative sign. But they are a water sign, which means it's more emotional. Emotional security is very important to Cancers. And they need to give and receive emotional warmth and security. Family, things like this, security is very important to them. They are the nurturers. Then comes Leo. Leo, the lion. And if you were born somewhere between July 23rd and August 22nd in the year that you were born, you are a Leo. Leo is the performer. It's the ego, the creative. They've got to express their creativity or gain a lot of attention, things like this. They are a fixed sign also, which is a stubborn sign. They are a fire sign, which means they've got a lot of energy and enthusiasm. And they need to express themselves creatively and be appreciated by others. You've got to tell Leos how good they are and how well they're doing things in order for them to feel good about themselves, even if it's the smallest thing. Virgo comes next. Virgo is the Virgin, and this is now August 23rd through September 22nd. Virgo is another earth sign, meaning more practical, and they are the servers. They like to serve. They're also analysts, very particular and dig deep and precise. They analyze. They need to analyze, discriminate, and function efficiently. Efficiency is a big thing for Virgos. They're also mutable, which means they can go with the flow, but yet they're very particular in how to go about the flow, I guess. Then we have a Libra. The Libra is the diplomat. They are a cardinal sign, which is an initiator, but it's air. They're communicating with their minds. The communication and thought and intellect is very important to them. And their key is I relate. They relate to people, and they need to cooperate with others and to create balance and harmony in their lives. So if you're a Libra, you can probably identify yourself that you see both sides of the story. You're a diplomat. You like things nice and even. But maybe yourself, you just don't even know what you think because you're worried about what everybody else is thinking. Next comes Scorpio. In this particular wheel, we're just going around. Not exactly. I mean, if it was exact, it'd be like this and in a circle. But so here we have Scorpio. Scorpio, they transform. They have a deep need for involvement and intense transformations. So Scorpios, they're a type of private type of people, deep feelings, deep emotions, very secretive also, but transforming. They want to change their life, change other people's lives. Next comes, and these are just little keywords, okay, just to get you started. Then we have Sagittarius. This is the centaur, the archer. It's a sign of the explorer. The explorer. If you were born between November 22nd and December 21st, this is Sagittarius. Sagittarius, fire, energy, mutable, changeable. And their key is to explore and expand the horizons of their mind and world. They're interested in higher education. They're interested in religion. They're interested in the truth and speaking the truth, sometimes in a brash way. Sagittarius is the explorer. They seek. Then comes Capricorn, the mountain goat. If you were born between December 22nd, January 20th, Capricorn. Capricorn is an earth sign. It's the most mature earth sign. They're very stable, solid. They believe in business and structure. And they're the sign of the governor, the mountain goat. And they need structure, organization, and social accomplishment. Capricorns want to accomplish. This is their biggest drive in life. And then we have two more. We have Aquarius. Aquarius is the water bearer, January 21st through, I realize you can't see this, but I'm going to have stuff on my website, newmoonscelebrations.com. Aquarius is the water bearer, although it is an air sign, an intellectual sign. This is the most freedom-loving, unattached type of sign. They see the humanitarian efforts. They care about humanity as a whole and have a very hard time relating on the one-on-one because they see the big picture. They're different, unique, different kind of people. And they have a need to be innovative, original, and an agent of change. These are the ones that rebel and change. They want to change society. And then we have Pisces. Pisces is the fish. February 22nd through March 21st. And again, whatever year you're born, check exactly. We will check on, exactly what you are if you're born on right on the edge of those things. But these are the dreamers. It's a mutable sign. This is the sign that loves everybody, wants to share, wants to give of themselves to everybody they love. It's a very spiritual sign also, very compassionate, very sensitive. They imagine. They need to commit themselves to a dream or ideal and work towards its realization. So these are the 12 sun signs. Sun signs. And if you identify your sun sign, this will be a part of you that you can recognize. The wonderful thing about this, once you know who you are, your gifts and talents, how the Lord made you to think, how he made you in relationships, how he made you with your children, how he made you in your status and the goals. Once you learn these characteristics about yourself, no one can take them away. You know God made you this way, and there's no one can take anything away. So there's just so much just from the sun sign. On my website, New Moon Celebrations, I'll have something about the sun signs that you could take a look. I also have other characteristics, like say, for example, if you're an Aries, you're adventurous, you're energetic, pioneering, courageous, enthusiastic, confident, dynamic, quick-witted. But if you're out of balance, you can be selfish, quick-tempered, impulsive, impatient, foolhardy, or a daredevil. So I got on this all the positive and negative, just to find out about yourself and your spouse, your partner, the people that you work with, your children, to know what your children are all about. Contact me on my website. I have information. I'll be happy to let you know what your sun and moon and rising signs are and some other things so that you could get to know yourself, know who you are, and then God will show you where to use it, or it'll start making sense why you're doing things. So thank you for joining me. So God bless you, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.